And what is up, guys? It is Uncle Bob, and welcome to the channel. Thanks for hanging out with me. We are back to replay Advance Wars Live. Today, mission 13, Naval Clash. Last week, I tried doing this, and then get this coat off. Last week I tried doing this and it just did not work. I was beyond tired last week. It was just peak season wrapping up and I was just pooped. And I'm feeling much better this week. I also think it's because while I was drinking my whiskey like I always do, I also had some caffeine in there, and I think the mix of a stimulant and a depressant made me a little more we'll just say faded is what we'll say. But we're back today. Everything's better. We're good. Just made me and my girl some dinner. Got my son laying in bed. Did that a bit ago. They were at some what was it? I think it's the Windy City Bulls, which are, I could be wrong, but I think that's the like minor league, I think it's called the G League of the Chicago Bulls. So it's, all the up and coming guys getting ready for the big leagues. So they went to that, and my girl had gotten tickets kind of last minute. And I'm not going to lie, with today being the very last day that I had peak season with UPS for the year, I was just not feeling it. I've been working my nuts off for 5 weeks, and I was just not for it. By the time I went to sleep this afternoon, it was like 3:30 in the afternoon. I went to sleep. I woke up at like 7:30. It was great. It was wonderful is what it was. It was really the afternoon sleep that I needed, because I have not been able to sleep a lot lately. My son's insomnia has been pretty whack lately, but hopefully he's doing all right. I'll actually have to go back upstairs and make sure he's asleep when I go up there to just check on how he's doing. I'll do that after I'm done playing this mission here. But yeah, last week I was just falling asleep. I kept falling for the same issue, the same trap over and over again. I was not in the right frame of mind last week. And I drank the same amount that I always do every single week. I do not drink really that much more ever. Actually, I had my roommate actually asked me for a sip. So actually, last week, I drank less than I did most other times. So, yeah, and I could not stay up last week. It was brutal. So, yeah, we're back this week to fix it. We're here to make amends. And I kind of know roughly what I got to do. Because the whole point is that I can't lose any of these landers. The landers that I get have to stay alive. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to focus on. We are going to just get them out of harm's way. I am going to do the best I can to clear the board. And then do everything else after. I don't know if that's going to work, but yeah, I got my ass kicked like 3 times in this mission last week. And I mean, that'll happen. Not every week am I going to be able to actually finish a mission every single week. Especially because, some days I just, like last week, I just didn't have it in me. So, just going to sit, chill, relax about maybe 10 more minutes, let anybody else who stroll in, and then we'll get started. It's just past midnight for me, so actually for me now it's Sunday. Still getting started like an hour later than I wanted, but you know, parenthood comes first. This is just a hobby. This is just for fun. But, once I got back from that basketball game, I had to get my son in bed and everything. And then when I'm done with this, I gotta go make some more food at midnight. My girl had boiled up some potatoes and softened them up, so I gotta go in there and smash the whole big old pot of them and have some mashed taters ready for dinner tomorrow. So I gotta go do that. I was gonna do that before I came out here, but my stepson, who's 18, he came over for the night because he went to that basketball game with my girl. She brought her eldest son. So he's staying over here for the night. And he wanted to make those really cheap, I think they're Pillsbury. They're these really shitty sugar cookies that will always have like a theme or a thing to it on like design. Like these ones are Minecraft. And he's 18. He grew up with Minecraft. So he put those like really cheap, shitty sugar cookies in the oven. So, honestly, our house, even in the wintertime, our house has terrible insulation to where, especially drinking alcohol right now, I was sweating in there and that oven hadn't been on once. I mean, the stove was, but the stove doesn't do to the house what the oven does. So if the stove destroyed me, oh God, hold on, the woman's calling. I think. Did she? No, she didn't. We're good. Good, because that would have pissed me off. Had to go inside and take care of whatever she wants. But yeah, let's do some degenerate things. I'm not on camera, so it doesn't matter. Perfectly legal in the state of Illinois, so if it's not legal for you, don't be doing nothing. Uncle Bob does not approve of degenerate behavior. And remember, kids, it's only degenerate if it's illegal. But yeah, I had a good night. While everyone was out, I continued my Ozzy Osbourne journey by listening to the next solo album of his, which today was Bark at the Moon. I listened to all 8 of the albums that he did with Black Sabbath. And then the last 2 weeks, I did the first 2 of his solo albums. So I've been going just every week a new album that Ozzy worked on. So today was Bark at the Moon. It was a very good listening experience. Especially with some whiskey, I was vibing to it. It was a good time. Should have been there. And it's nice. I think I'm going to be able to buy, as long as everything stays the same, I should be able to buy, with the money that I get from donating plasma, I think I'm going to be able to buy the rest of the Johnny Walkers as time goes by. Because while I've been listening to Ozzy, I've been buying a new bottle through the Johnny Walker labels. Red, black, double black. Right now I'm drinking Green Label, which was like a $60 bottle of whiskey. It was some good stuff. Like, I'm sure for like the ultra omega whiskey snobs, it's like, oh, you're drinking the big brand? That stuff is shit. And I mean, compared to the good stuff, probably is. But you know what? It is tickling my fancy and I'm enjoying it. But yeah, I bought a $60 bottle of whiskey last week. And it's nice because I use my plasma donation money, so I don't use any work money on alcohol. That's my rule. I try to, I enjoy alcohol. I drink it once a week. I don't, maybe if there's like, this last week with New Year's, I drank on New Year's Eve. Like, I'll drink if there's a special occasion. But if not, drinking alcohol for me is solely a end of the work week, Saturday night activity. I don't drink any other day of the week. I try not to play around with alcohol. Everyone knows how dangerous alcohol could be, how addictive it can be. I just try to not fuck around with any of that. I enjoy it. I enjoy it for what it is. But, you know, it's one thing to drink alcohol. It's another thing if you start letting your alcohol drink you. So you just got to make sure that you're showing your substances who's the boss, you know. So I try to keep it to once a week. I don't drink more than that. But still, even with that, I try to make sure that I don't use any work money. Like, no money that's meant to go to my kids, to my house, to my family, to my bills. I want to make sure none of that money goes to alcohol. I use my actual money for my Mary J. Juanas. That's one vice that I use money on. I'm not going to use any money on any other vices. I mean, I guess I do with coffee, but that's like $1.75 every morning. It's actually going to be weird. I'm going back to drinking, because during peak season, you know, with UPS, I'm working 8.5, 9 hours. So for the last month and a half, I've been drinking large coffees. So now that the schedule is going to be going back to normal, where it's going to be like, you know, between 5 and 6 hours, I'm going to be going back to my smaller cups of coffee, which means I'm also not going to be drinking flavored creamer as much. I have gained like 12 pounds over the holiday season. I went from like 222 to, I think today I weighed in at 333, or not 330, Jesus Christ, 233, holy fuck. I went from 222 to like 233, which, you know, when I started my weight loss journey, I was at like 260. So like on the aggregate, I'm still nearly 30 pounds lower in my weight loss journey. So it's not like I've erased a whole bunch, but over the holiday season, I definitely was taking my liberties with, you know, drinking more sugar in my coffee, eating more, like, especially after you get done with an 8.5, 9 hour shift, your body, all it wants after that is fucking calories. Like, that's all you want. Your body. And there's a gas station in the Chicagoland area. I don't know what states it might also be in, because, like, I'm never gonna know. Holy shit. I'm getting a whole bunch of okay, I just saw all the messages. Holy Jesus. Smaller creator, yeah, I try to be. Hey there, I'm the only one. Sorry, I am terrible at reading any sort of chats. Especially when messages don't pop up. I definitely do not play Roblox. Everything I play is old as fuck because I am 35 years old, you know. I'm not that old. Like, people older than me play newer games, but I've always been a sucker for the old games. Once I was like in high school and the PS3, Wii, and Xbox 360 generation released, I could kind of tell that gaming was overall going away from the things that I generally liked about it. So I stick to my old games. I definitely have had newer games that I have played, not recently. Honestly, I think the newest game I played was Doom Eternal, and that game's like 5 years old now. Something like that. So I don't play a lot of new games. But I mean, this is the gaming that I do every day. I don't really do a lot of gaming outside of this. I got, you know, during the rest of my week, I got like 30 minutes a day that I dedicate to gaming. Saturday's the only day that, you know, I do this. I take a little bit longer. I have a little more fun. I drink some booze while I play. You know, Saturdays gets to be its own thing. Oh, whiskey is completed for the night. Next week, I kill my Johnny Walker Green Label, and I listen to Ozzy Osbourne, The Ultimate Sin. Listen to the next album in his catalog and just have myself a good time. All right, let's give me 1 sec. It's time to get started. Let me load this bad boy up one more time, and we'll get cracking. See if I can beat this mission, because I'm not nearly as tired as I was last week. Last week I was fucking done. Today, not so much. Okay, I still just have a whole bunch of eyes. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, I didn't even end up leaving up the upload, because normally I wouldn't mind if I just had a week where I just couldn't beat the mission. I wouldn't mind uploading it, but last week it was just, I was zonking out, I was falling asleep. It wasn't a good video live stream, it wasn't a good nothing. So, I think today I'll actually be doing that. Alright, naval class. Alright, does it say how many? Okay. Intel, what's the status say? Alright, yeah, it doesn't give me a total count. It is fog of war. Okay. We are going to need dive in here. Let's get you in there. Get you there. Get you in here. You in there. Get both of you the fuck over there. Are you serious? Nope, I want you in the core. Alright. Everyone's hidden, and I'm trying to keep my commander all the way off to the side. I don't want to have what happened last time happen. Alright, what's your range? Okay, he's safe, so I don't care, but there might be somebody else out. What's his vision? Vision is 2, so he can't see that far. Let's tag him. Shouldn't be able to see him there still. Excellent. Most excellent. Where's your range? That might suck a little bit. Fuck it, do damage to it. Do damage to him anyway. Smack him. Smack him. Okay, I don't fear you. Let's take Oh yeah, you can hit me. You can hit me. You're already diminished in strength. I don't care about you. Yeah, you've been weakened. Everything is good. Everything is Gucci. All right, the music turned off. Hold on. Hold on. All right, my bad. Might have to take care of my son here in a minute, just to get him. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. Okay. All right. Woman's texting me. Let me just ignore her for a bit. So I want to make sure. Okay, battleship gone. Bang, 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 blah, blah, blah. This is so much better than last week. Oh, so much better. I want you to hide. 3%, I don't give a fuck about that. Now we're just gonna hop our way up here. Expand our view a little further. You do this fucking lame shit. You're fucking... Damn, there's a whole nother battleship somewhere. Fuck. That's not gonna help me in the way that I need it to. Thank you, Lord Jesus, thank you. Let's do some of that chip damage. Alright, and then you capture this. Because I need you to come over. I need to know where that one guy went before he rattles my submarine. Alright. Are you serious? Alright, well you might as well get... Oh, that's fine. Blow you away. Get out. Get out. I don't want you. Bye. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. No, got that. Alright, heal yourself up. Might as well. Ooh, a rocket. Ooh. Damn. My submarine is definitely gonna fucking sink. Alright, let's do some damage. Let's do some damage. I like damage. Even up that playing field. Alright, let's... We're gonna back it up. Let them distract themselves with this. Yeah, you can do that all you want. That's stupid. I don't care about that. Do more damage. 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 Beautiful. Okay. It looks like we're kind of solving our problem here. I should have gone forward with those guys. That was a mistake on my part. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer. Alright, eliminate this guy. Because he's annoying. I don't want him to just exist at all. Damn. Okay. Alright, we're kind of going for a broke strategy here. Like, we're being risky with human lives here. Oh, no, no, not the lander. No. that's a bitch. Oh, that's okay. All right. This is a most difficult mission. If I beat it once, I can beat it again. That's the rule. That's the rule. I beat it once, I can beat it again. Okay. All right, let's bring the landers over here. All right, bring you in here. So you only have a vision of 2. So as long as the computer isn't on some shenaniganery, okay, we're gonna save that. Oh wait, no, you have. Okay, my sub is far away from you, so I don't care. You shouldn't be able to see him. Alright. I'm going to turn my heat on a little bit so you might hear a little whooshing. How are you able to hit him? Damn! Damn! Battleship gone. That is... That is atrocious. That hurts. That hurts a lot. That's gonna make... Alright, let's get... The powerhouse is on. Should have done that the other way around, so I could have at least done a little bit of damage. man. Alright, alright. I'm getting my ass beat. Alright, that is another 2 L's on this map. 2 whole more L's. How did I even beat this mission? What is the secret that I'm missing? Alright, let's get my 2 biggest guns over here. Get one of you on, get one of you on, get you on. That's unnecessary. Thank you. You know what? You can stay there. Just you guys come over here, ready to beach. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, he's going to be in range. The question really is who can I bait him into? The question is who can... That's gonna suck, that's gonna suck, that's gonna suck. That really sucks, that really sucks. Damn, both battleships. Fuck, man. How do I keep making the same mistakes over and over again? Alright, smack him for some damage. This is going to be rough. Because I'm already messing up so bad again that I'm going to try to just scramble a win somehow, some way. Alright, you can be the trap. I don't care if you're the trap. E, 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 E. That's brutal. That's brutal. That's real brutal. Damn. Okay, well, no, never mind. He's at only 4 HP. That's... Oof. Damn, that's just not gonna work. Fuck, man. I'm just not doing good with this map. There's just something about this that is just anti-me. I hope I had as much difficulty the first time playing this. But I must persevere. Alright. Put you in there. Alright, these three gotta be my go-tos. Put you in here. Put you in there. And you guys all just get over here. Alright, hide in the 3 leaves. Hide in the 3 leaves. That's what we're doing. No one should be visible right now. Alright. This is so far starting off better. Yeah, you can do that. I accept it. That's a bitch. Alright, do your fucking bullshit. Alright, eliminate the fuck out of this guy. Eliminate him and then stay hidden in the trees. That's the goal. Eliminate, stay in trees. Eliminate and stay in trees. Alright, let's dock it up at the beach. Alright, might as well do a little bit of damage. I'll take some chip damage right now. Damn! Damn, not even close. Bro, he's got so many troops. I guess I'm just constantly underestimating how much this guy actually has. Damn, I didn't think he'd have this much of a fucking bunch of ground troops. Holy shit. That's what happened last time. Damn, bro, this shit is so hard. I don't know why this mission specifically is giving me so much trouble. Now I may have to do some, like, actual research into this map, because I definitely need the landers away. No! 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 That was not what I wanted to do. Fuck. I wanted him in the war. Damn it, he's gonna get targeted by fucking rockets. God damn it. You can do that. That is absolutely up to you. Let the Rockets take care of one. Alright, now eliminate this guy. And then I gotta go find the other one. I can't dilly-dally and not find it. Alright, get rid of this guy. Okay, that's an issue. Alright, target this guy. Alright, let's do as much damage to these fucking medium tanks as we can. It's not gonna save me from what's about to happen, but... I'm gonna lose again. Where was he that he could even see me like that? Not like it matters. I'm gonna have to do some research. This is 2 weeks in a row. This map has kicked my ass. I'm gonna have to figure out some, Alright, that's gonna be it for the day, guys. I'm having a hard time with this map. I'm gonna see what I did last time and then just kind of go from there, and I'm just gonna kind of wing it, because I need to do some research, because I'm missing something. There's so many more troops, so many weird and annoying places that it's just completely kicking my ass. And yeah, I would like to not get my ass kicked anymore. This map has taken quite a few attempts, and I've not been able to beat it. So I got to figure out what it is that I'm missing here. So till next time, guys, I'll figure it out. Peace.